Hello and welcome to Perfect Glamour Fashion. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make a conical corset with scoop neckline. I just thought of this style and decided to make it for my client and she loved it, I tell you. So I'm going to be showing you how I drafted the pattern, and in the next video I'll be showing you how I pieced it together. So let's get started. So the first thing to do is to draw your startup line and then mark your shoulder divided by 2 and come down by 1 inch, and then you mark your neck width, which is standard, as the standard is 3, and connect the points to form your shoulder slope. Now we're going to mark your neck depth. This is not really going to be used, so I'm using broken lines for it. That's 3 inches down. And then I'll mark armhole length. Armhole length is your bust divided by 6 plus 2. Okay, bust divided by 6 plus 2. So I've connected that. Then you mark your bust divided by 4, your bust circumference divided by 4, and form your armhole angle. Now on that angle, you're going to divide the armhole line by 2. Okay, and then mark and come in by ½ inch. This is to form your armhole curve. Now this is how we usually do armhole on this channel. So if you've been with us on this channel, you're already a master in doing this armhole curve. All right, so for the horizontal measurements, we're going to be, for the vertical measurement, we're going to be marking our nipple points. Her nipple point is 10. Her on the bust is 13.5, and then you're going to mark your front half length. Now if you're going to be doing a conical corset, now you want the half length to be a little bit lower than your normal half length. So if you're using 15 for your normal half length, you might want to use 15.5 or 16, just to give room for the hips. I hope that made sense. Okay, so do this. I didn't do it for this particular top because my client has a little bit of a big belly, so I wanted to conceal her belly and I didn't want to snatch the corset too much also. So you mark your waist to hip and then label this nipple point, under bust, half length, and then hip. Okay, so I'm also going to draw out this chest line because I'm going to be needing it. Your chest line is just that armhole line. Just draw it all the way to the center front. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to divide our nipple to nipple measurements. Now the part I'm forming right now is the scoop neckline part. We already have a video on this channel on how to draft your overbust corset with scoop neckline, so if you've not watched it, go ahead and watch it. It's on this channel. It's very detailed. Now the next thing is to divide your shoulder by 2 and then connect your line to this nipple to nipple line that we had already ruled. Okay, so the next thing will be to come to the underbust and mark 1 inch on both sides. This is because she's size 36. So from size 36, size 37 and upwards, you use 1 inch. But once the person is around size 39 and upward, you use 1.5. Okay, so you come down by ½ inch from the underbust, from the bust point, sorry, and then connect with a curve ruler to form your curve from the bust point to the underbust. I hope that made sense. All right, so the next thing we're going to mark is 4 inches above the chest line. I'm going to mark 4 inches above the chest line. And now if you want your cup to be more pointed than mine, then you go a bit higher than 4 inches. Okay, so you're going to mark 0.25 on both sides of that leg that came to the neck. Okay, now we are going to mark your bust circumference divided by 4. Now on the half length, you're going to mark your waist minus 1 divided by 4. That's if you want to snatch with 2 inches, but if you want to snatch with more than 2 inches, you can go ahead and take more than 1. Okay, now I forgot to replace my dart after marking this. Please don't make that mistake with me. Once you are done marking your waist divided by 4, replace whatever darts you took. So this is me cleaning out the hips to replace my darts on the hip, but I still forgot to replace it on the waist. So I corrected this when I was cutting my pattern on the fabric, so don't forget it, please. Okay, all right, so once you mark your waist divided by minus 1 divided by 4, replace your that intake. So I use for the bust dart, I use the difference between my front half length and my back half length, which is 1.25, and then I marked it. That was how I formed my bust dart. Now I went ahead to mark the neck depth I want to use for this. I'm using 8 inches for this, so I came down by 8 inches on the center front, and then I folded in the shoulder dart and formed the neckline that I want for my scoop neckline. Then I came out by ½ inch from the armhole that we already have. So just mark ½ inch round your armhole and come out by it. Then I connected that new armhole back to my 4 inch that I'm using as the neckline. You get that, right? So you mark that new armhole back to the 4 inch line after my chest line. You get that? All right, so then I will reconnect this to my waist, and then I'm just using the marker pen to mark it again so that it will be very clear for you to see. I hope you're enjoying this tutorial. If you have any question, don't forget to ask me in the comment section there to answer your questions, okay? And then if you're new to this channel, if you're seeing this for the first time, you're welcome to this channel. Please do well to subscribe, and to my OGs, I love you. Now for the down part, we're going to mark your desired top length, whatever you want the corset length to be. Just mark it. Just place your ruler on the start line and then mark it all the way down. Your tape rule, sorry. Now I'm extending this line, because I'm going to be, at that point, it's now going to be my hip line, okay? So for the conical corset curve, you're going to extend it from 1 inch to 2 inch or 3 inches. Now I extended this, I used 2 inches at this point, but at the end of the day, I extended it once again to become 3 inches, because I really wanted that place to be exaggerated. You understand what I mean? So I used 3 inches for this. So you can come out by 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, depending on how exaggerated you want the conical parts to be. Okay, so I placed the dart legs together. I want to form the other part, that down part, the curvy part. Okay, so I straightened up this line, and then from that from my center front, from the first dart leg, sorry, I'm going to come up by 2 inches. Now I want to form the curve that you saw on the thumbnail. You get that? So I'll come up by 2 inches and then use my curved ruler. I'm going to just form that curve. So this is a bit difficult to do, okay, because it's something you do with freehand, okay, or with your ruler. Just be creative here. The aim is that you get the first curve, and then the other curve will be facing down, right? And then you also want the other side to be a bit curvy also. So just watch what I'm doing and try to replicate yours. All right, so there's no formula for this that I know. All right, so I'm just forming this with my curved ruler. The aim is that you have something like a hill and valley kind of design, right? So just watch what I'm doing and try to replicate yours. Just follow the way I'm placing my curved ruler, and then you're going to get yours very neatly. Remember to be very creative with this. Do it the way you want. Just make sure you achieve what you want, okay? All right, so with that done, I just want to use my marker pen to replace the curve by the side. Just make sure this place is really curvy, depending on what you really want to achieve. Some of the conical corsets are not as curvy. They are just a little bump. That 1 inch, the one that you come out by 1 inch, just a little bump. So just do it the way you want to do it, the way you are pleased doing it. You get the point, right? All right, so I cut out the excess, the dart space from one of the dart legs, so that I can connect this and I will see it when I'm cutting. I don't want to get confused when I want to cut when I don't want to cut it together. All right, so with that done, we're almost done. Actually, this is our front piece. All I'm going to do is just to cut out the pieces. So watch carefully to see how I cut mine, so that you can cut yours that way too. Okay, so remember to close up your dart leg and then reconnect to the waist before cutting out that side, so that it will not short. When you close out your side, that's your bust, that reconnect it to the waist before you cut out. Now what I did was I wanted this to be a 6-piece corset, so I had to just divide what I have by the side by 2. I just placed my ruler and just divided it. There was no dart intake by the side. I've taken all the dart I want to take. Okay, so just open it up just place your straight ruler and open it up. That's all. So this is the front piece. I hope you're liking it already. Now let's get to the back piece. Now for the back, it's just basically what we did for the front. for the basic bodice, you mark your shoulder divided by 2, come down by 1 inch, mark your neck width, which is neck width is 3 inches, then come down by your armhole length. I remember armhole length is your bust divided by 6 plus 2 inches or 1.5 inches. Okay, now I'm marking my vertical measurements, which is bust plus bust, half length, and then the hip. There is a waist to hip. Okay, so mark, remember your front half length is different from your back half length. Okay, so mark your whatever is your back half length, mark it. So you first mark your bust point, then you mark your half length for the back, and then you mark your waist to hip. Okay, with that we are done ruling our lines, our basic lines for the back. Now the first thing we're going to do for the back is to mark the nipple to nipple measurement. Nipple to nipple divided by 2. So your nipple to nipple is divided by 2, and then you form a straight line. Just make it to go a little above the bust point. Now on the waistline, I marked ½ inch on both sides, and then you can go along with ½ inch on both sides all the way down, but I like to use 0.25 on my bust point and then on my hip line. Okay, so with that I will form my darts for the back. So this is your dart for the back. Now the next thing is to mark you have already marked your bust divided by 4 while you are forming your armhole, and then you mark your bust divided by 4 plus your whatever you used as your dart intake. So don't forget to add your dart intake. Okay, now like I mentioned earlier, I didn't add that intake for my waist, for the front and for the back, but I replaced it when I was doing my cutting on the fabric. Okay, so do well to always replace your dart once you take it. Once you take a dart, replace it, except you want to use the dart to snatch your waistline. Okay, apart from that, just replace your dart. Now I brought the front piece to use and mark where my armhole for the front started, and then I also used it as a guide to guide me to form the curve. So you want to make sure that once you place your waist of the front to meet the waist of the back, then you now use it to know where the hip line stops. The hip line you use for the front, you want to use it and know where it stops for the back. Okay, and then try to replicate what you have in front with what what I mean is try to replicate the conical shape you have in front at the back. You understand? Because you're going to be joining the front and the back, and you want it to be relatively the same, almost the same, if not exactly the same. You get the points. I hope that was clear, right? All right, so once you're done forming your conical curve for the back, then you just draw up your back where your corset to stop at the back. Now usually I don't want it to be the back side to be that very long, so I went up by like up to 5 inches from the hip line for this my back. Okay, all right, with that being done, the next thing I'll just mark 1 inch at the center back and then rule it out. So this is just a 1 inch line. I just ruled it out because this is going to be the opening for this corset. I don't want it to be too open at the back, but you can use like 2 inches for your back opening. At least 2 inches is quite standard. Okay, but if you want it to be very, very open, you can now go with 3 inches and all of that, but I think 2 inches is very, very standard. Okay, now in my next video, I'm going to be showing you how to sew this corset. If you love this video to this point, please give it a thumbs up and share with your friends and other fashion designers. See you in my next video. Bye.